This is the Dodgers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome. It is the Locked On Dodgers Postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA, dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers Postcast is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5, and if that bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download the app today at FanDuel.com. Well, that felt a whole lot better. That felt like this is what the Dodgers are capable of. Funny. No comments from Evan about how much the Dodgers suck. That's ironic. What a surprise. Johnny Boy Johns, LF, go Big Blue. Pretty good fight from the boys tonight. Matty Man 5. Yes, fight. Thank you. Ray Velasquez. Dave Roberts needs to be fired. The real 005. Yamamoto can't get this kind of run support from the team. Yeah, no, he can't. But the Dodgers do show up the night after Yamamoto pitches. Kirsten Watson shared a story that a lot of the Dodger players last night, after another poor offensive supportive performance for Yamamoto on the mound, they apologized. Many of them. Sorry, we need to be better, which is good. I appreciated hearing that they are at least owning it. And they're aware that they have to be better when Yamamoto pitches. But he was gracious as expected and said something to the effect of, "It's fine. Thank you, but that's baseball, and you guys are going to score 10 runs tomorrow night." That being tonight, and they put up 13 runs. She also shared the stat that after Yamamoto pitches, the Dodgers average 6 or more. So it's just one of those random things that you just can't figure out that has baseball written all over it. BC, go Dodgers, flexing, trophy emojis. So all of that good, and just a big performance from them tonight. Now we look at some of the things that we wish could be better, but we'll do that a little bit later. Right now, we're just going to sit here and lap in 13 runs.
This is what you'll be talking about.
The story of this game starts early, and it's that Clayton Kershaw came out and was not good early. After Freddie Freeman had an RBI in the first to give the Dodgers a 1-0 lead, Kershaw came in the bottom of the first and gave up 4, and it was nothing major. It's kind of what Kershaw, when he's not going well, what he does, and it's been relatively frequent early in the game. He gives up 2 or 3 runs, sometimes more, on nothing major. Fielder's choice, couple of singles, blah, blah, blah. Here's how it went for him in the first. Single, walk, single, walk, fielder's choice, single. And that produced 4 runs for the Giants, and they were up 4-1. But then the 6th came around, and the Dodgers battled back with 6. And that is the kind of grit, determination, fight that this team, the 5th, they put up 6 in the 5th. Teoscar doubled to right, scoring Mookie and Freddie. Muncy to third. Conforto a sacrifice fly to score Muncy. Then Rortvedt, as Steven Nelson described it, filleted one to left center field for a double that scored Rojas and Teoscar. And then Mookie Betts with a single to score Rortvedt, Ohtani to second. So that put up 6 runs for the Dodgers and a 9-4 lead. But then Kirby Yates came in and was Kirby Yates. ineffective. Gave up 3 runs to make it a 2-run ball game, 9-7. And it's only the 5th inning at this point. And we're like, long way to go. But again, to the Dodgers' credit, in the 6th inning, they came right back and put up those same 3 runs. They got them right back. Teoscar scored on a wild pitch when the bases were loaded. That made it 10-7. And then Rojas with a double to center to score Conforto and Pages. So the Dodgers with some resiliency tonight to kind of pick up Clayton Kershaw and produced 17 hits, 1 home run from Shohei Ohtani, which was an absolute bomb on a 92-mile-an-hour slider that he launched to left center field, 454 feet for his 49th of the season. What do we think for him? 55 in that neighborhood, I think, would be a fair number. 25 total bases. Not surprisingly, in a night like tonight, they left a lot of runners on base, 9 in total, but kept grinding, even got 1 in the 9th on a Freddie Freeman double. So the top of the lineup really producing, and that's what this Dodger team needs on a regular basis. So hopefully from this comes positivity, the confidence that they know they can do it. Shohei with 3 hits, 3 runs scored, only 1 strikeout. Mookie Betts 2 for 5. Freddie 3 for 6. Max Muncy 0 for 2. He left the game early after getting plunked in the back of the head. That is always scary. He got plunked yesterday in the wrist, and we were worried about that. Then he comes out today and gets one in the just below the ear on the back of the head, which is scary territory. He seemed like he was okay, but left the game early. Kike came in to play third, went over. But Teo, a big night, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBI, which is something that Teoscar Hernandez has to feel really, really good about. 2 doubles on the night for him. And Rortvedt continues to produce 2 for 5. And this coming on the heels of Will Smith being put on the IL with a contusion to the hand, retroactive to September 10th. So player of the game. Where do we go from here? I don't know.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
How about co-players of the game? Obviously, Shohei Ohtani with the big home run, 3 hits, 3 runs scored, just the 1 RBI, and Teoscar 3 hits, 3 RBI. So big night for both of those guys. Shohei Ohtani with the average at 282, the OPS over 1,000. Mookie Betts a couple of hits, top of the lineup producing, which is exactly what the Dodgers need. They also need this momentum to beat the Giants, to come from behind. The grit and determination tonight, I think. Oh, there's Evan. There's Evan. Don't forget. Oh, here we go. One of your championships is when you were in Brooklyn. Okay. What's that got to do with anything? Oh, Evan. So, yes, solid win for the Dodgers tonight, and they stay 2 ahead of the Padres, who beat the Rockies tonight, as they should. So it's 2 still, right? Yeah, 2.5. Is that right? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. Okay, even better. Dodgers now 48-26 at home, 35-39 on the road after the loss. The Giants are 38-36 at home, 37-37 on the road. Just a nice win all around. It just feels good to have these things that we've been yearning for. Now, of course, we could spend a little time talking about the sore thumb in this game, and that would be Kirby Yates, and a little bit of what we saw from Michael Kopech. I want to get into that after the break, because last time we saw Kopech wasn't good. Really bad, ugly. But I was kind of trying to keep it positive and say, listen, he's trying to work through something and it's going to get better. And tonight, I think it was a little better. We'll talk about that after the break. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. And we appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Don't forget to check out the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday with Travis Rogers right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. That's where you go for all the in-depth knowledge and examination of what's going on in the Dodger universe. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Nutrafol. You've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. There are so many products out there, and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's why you should give Nutrafol a try. Give it a closer look, because it's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people, and it's not just hype. This is a supplement clinically tested that targets the root cause of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. See thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Locked On MLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Locked On MLB. Tonight's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. NFL season is here, and FanDuel is making sure that you are ready for this week's kickoff with a can't miss offer. Week 2 underway tomorrow. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if that bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets across the app. So if your team is off to a good start, like half of them are, if you're a Charger fan and you think, hey, we're going into Las Vegas and we're going to lay one on the Raiders, head over to FanDuel and back it up. Put your money where your mouth is. So download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. And again, if that bet's a winner, $300 in bonus bets. Dodgers take care of the Giants in a big way, down 4-1. They rally with 6 in the 5th, another 3 in the 6th to make it 12-7, and then 13-7. Freddie Freeman with a RBI double to knock in Shohei Ohtani in the 9th inning. So they just kept pouring it on, and they come away from this one walking a little bit taller, feeling a little bit better about themselves, and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to beat these teams that have these inferior records. I don't care if they're playing well or not. The fact is that this Giants team is beatable, and the Dodgers went out and beat them on a night when Clayton Kershaw didn't have his best stuff. Tomorrow, an opportunity to win the series, which is good. And it feels good with Tyler Glasnow on the mound. Thank you, Roy. The fact is that the starting pitching has been on point for the Dodgers, and that is a relief because the relief pitching has not had to work a lot. And that's what they've needed because they've been working their ass off all season. I think they said 12 innings over the last 5 games or something like that. Evan says he'll buy me a jersey if the Dodgers win the World Series, but if the Yanks win, you have to buy me one. Huh. Can I think about that? Interesting. By the way, I'm so excited about tonight's win, Evan, that I busted out my jersey. Check it out. Visiting Jersey, Dodgers are on the road. I know it's a bit of a throwback because they don't have Los Angeles across their chest anymore, but that's how good I'm feeling about where the Dodgers are right now. Well, I'm not feeling great. I'll get back to you on that bet. That might be worth getting into. But it's not going to be any sort of expensive one. It's going to be like this one with no name on the back. It's just going to be from eBay, right? It doesn't matter where I get the jersey. I might be willing to take you up on that. But here's the honest truth about that bet, Evan. I don't believe either one of those teams are going to win the World Series. I think the Dodgers have a better chance for sure. And I know the loyalists are going to be mad at me for saying that I don't think the Dodgers can win the World. I didn't say they can't win the World Series. They can. Do I think they will? No. But they can. They have a chance. Everything has to come together as of right now today. That's my feeling. Tomorrow, the next day, after the Phillies series, after 4 more against the Giants, I might feel differently. I'm talking about today. I'm hoping they win. I'm not trying to tell you that I don't think they can. They absolutely can. Will they? I don't think so. If you asked me today to wager on it, but I don't think the Yankees will either. So that would be to me a push bet. We both would lose. So for that reason, I think I'll take that. I think I'll take that wager. Again, no specifications on where the jersey comes from. All right. Hey, Evan brought something productive to the show today. Thank you, Evan. Let's get back to the Dodger bullpen here real quick. Kirby Yates, rough outing today. And that was tough to watch because you're just like, come on. This is a game where you go out there and get right, like the offense did, right? Nothing on the line, 2/3 of an inning, 23 pitches. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, got yanked. And then Robo came in, and Robo took care of business like he has been of late. 4 Ks over 2 1/3, getting out of jams, absolutely clutch. That was exactly what they needed at that time. And it's at least the second or third time recently that he's come into the game when they were leaking some water and taking care of business, shut down the opposition, got out of a jam, and ended a rally. Because the Giants had a bit of a rally going there on the heels of that big 5th inning for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates came in and gave up 3, and they were back to within 2, and Robo came in and slammed the door right in their face. Then here comes Michael Kopech, who last time out was all over the place, throwing nothing but fastballs, and was just an absolute gas can, walking people left, right, and center. That was Wednesday in a 9-0 win over Colorado. He went 1/3 of an inning and walked a whole mess of players in that game. What was it? 2 or he walked the bases loaded. Let me get that stat specifically for you here. 3 walks, and then they yanked him 25 pitches. So I said, let's just give the guy a break. Let's respect the process. And he came back out tonight and was a little bit better. He still did throw one 99 miles an hour, a good 1.5 feet over Rortvet's head, and it hit the backstop and careened down in front of the Giants dugout, which was like one of the wildest wild pitches we've seen in a long time. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. But the good news is this: he did get out of the inning. I think he found a little bit of rhythm. Didn't seem as frustrated. So, look, there was a bigger cushion there, and that's what he needed. And that's what everyone said last night about Tanner Scott. He just needs a bigger cushion. So guess who comes in right after Kopech? Tanner Scott. And then Oral Hershiser made a joke and said, it looks like he's wearing new shoes, a different glove. He's got a different haircut. He shaved his beard, and he's just trying to change everything, which fine. Do whatever you think is going to make you more effective, because whatever you've been doing hasn't been working. And Tanner Scott came in and was considerably more effective tonight than last night. 13 pitches, 1 strikeout, the rest zeros to get out of it. So a little bit more control and a better performance from him. But 6-run lead is a comfortable spot to be. And, the fact is that it's kind of a comfort zone, lots of cushion, and we don't have to stress about it too much. So hopefully that will help him find a little bit of confidence like it did for Kopech. But good news for Robleski that he's continuing to dominate. And it's also good news that they were able to get this win comfortably and not have to use the guys that are coming in and slamming the door and taking care of business like Vesia and Bonda. So those guys continue to rest, which is what they need. Jack Dreyer also not in the rotation tonight. So that's good to see. 13-7 the win. Series tied at 1 tomorrow at 1:00, the rubber game. And on the mound for the Dodgers, Tyler Glasnow. He's been good recently, as most of the starters have. He'll face off against Robbie Ray, another very solid starter, another good pitching matchup. Robbie Ray comes in with an 11-6 record and always pitches well against the Dodgers. He has a 3.32 ERA. He has 176 Ks. He surrendered 19 home runs while walking 67. 173 innings under his belt this season. Glasnow 2-3, 3.21 ERA, 75 innings. He's struck out 92, 10 home runs and 34 walks. So pretty even numbers, even though Glasnow hasn't pitched nearly as much, less than half as many innings as Robbie Ray. But, look, the Dodgers were facing a tough starter tonight in Logan Webb, and they took care of business against him and got him knocked out of there. So that's good to see. Let's hope this confidence carries over and the Dodgers win this series and go into that series starting Monday back in LA against the first place Phillies on a positive winning note. AD says, thank Blue, bless Blue, go Dodgers. Manuel, even just reading you is more than enough. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say because you're too predictable. I don't know if are you talking about me or are you talking about Evan? I don't know. Either way. Thanks for the comment. Evan, he said now he's got another wager for me. If the Yankees make it past the first round, you have to debate me live on the air. Why do I have to debate you? No, I don't. Evan, we're on YouTube. Go get your own YouTube channel. I have a professional operation behind me here. Even though I made some friends today during the Trojans postcast. By the way, nice win for the Trojans beating Purdue. I was called the proverbial guy in his mom's basement in Williamsport or something. I was like, what kind of insult is that? I'm in something less sexy than a basement. I'm in a shed. That's what I'm in. We call it the she shed because it was my wife's office before it was my podcasting studio. So the fact is that basement, shed, what's the difference? Who cares where I am? And I know what it was. I also pissed off the hardcore Trojan fans because I forgot Mark Culkin's last name. Mark does the Locked On Trojans Daily podcast, and he's got some hardcore fans. And I appreciate that. And, kudos to him. Good guy. I got no issues with Mark. I just blanked on his name. And everyone's like, this guy's a hack. I'm out. Like, peace. See you later. It wouldn't be podcasting if you didn't piss off the fans. I forgot that I can block them. That's what I need to do. I haven't ever blocked anybody. Not even you, Evan. I could have blocked you a long time ago, but I didn't. That's one of the options. I can delete the comment. I can put the user in a timeout, or I can ban the user and delete their comments. That's some power. I haven't ever used it. One of these days I will. Those guys come back into the Trojans postcast next week. They're going to be banned and blocked and put into timeout. And yes, Evan, I do Chargers, Trojans, Dodgers, and Clippers. So it is a year-round job for me. What's it called? The Locked On USC Trojans postcast. Just like this is the Locked On Dodgers postcast, the Locked On Clippers postcast, and the Locked On Chargers squad show. By the way, don't forget, Chargers play Monday night. And it's late. They start at like 7:00. So we're going to be on with the squad show at like 10 Pacific time. So that's going to be a good game against the Raiders because that rivalry aspect always kicks in. So nothing tomorrow except Dodgers. Again, underway at 1. It's Glasnow versus Robbie Ray, and we'll be here to break it down when it is over. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and appreciate the comments from everyone except you, Evan. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow.